Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Best Around Podcast. This is episode 14, titled Entitlement. The title of tonight's episode 15, is Entitlement. For whatever reason, America, people think they're entitled to something. It's almost like they feel that they should be given something versus putting in the work to do what they need to obtain what they need. I'm your host, Big Chad. My co-host, Mr. G3 Finisher. And let's get the show on the road. So, episode 15 is called Entitlement. For whatever reason, G3, people think they're entitled to something. Why do you think America feels that they are entitled to something versus doing the legwork and going out and doing the research and getting what they think they rightfully deserve?
I mean, when it comes down to it, just in my opinion, it's been a generational thing it deals with your upbringing. It deals with the way that the generational family has dramatically changed. And it went from community supporting each other to, you know what, I get everything my mom and my daddy said I should have, but I'm missing out on a key element. I get the materialistic shit that everybody say I should have, but I'm missing out on that key element. Knowing what to do, when to do it, and how to do it the right way, so I don't feel entitled when I get it. But a lot of people are feeling so goddamn entitled that you can't tell them nothing. I mean, they come in the game already saying you owe me something when the world don't owe you shit. They rather you hand them something on a platter, give it to me now to give me syndrome, rather than I need to get out here and grind to get it. That grind to get it shit is an old way of thinking now. They said they should just get it because it's out there to be given. And if you got it, you should give it to me. If not, I can take it from you. Entitlement at its finest.
So why is that? Why do people think they're entitled to something versus working for it and getting what they need?
I mean, honestly, selfishness.
You think it's
Small-minded.
you think is seriously selfishness? Like they think
Somebody
somebody's
else.
supposed to, or do
My
they want
daddy
somebody to,
told me
or
that
do
if
they want
you do
somebody to
more
spoon
for
feed
a
them?
person than if you do more for a person than they can do for themselves, you need to get your motherfucking self away from that person because they're entitled. They feel like you should give them everything when they gave you nothing.
Gotcha. Huh.
That's just the way it is. And that's why I say I see that shit a whole lot. That, I literally go back into the thing. I apologize to everybody online. What up, though? It's your boy, Mr. G3. Mr. Grove again. I'm sharing this thing out, trying to get as many people as we can over here. So I'm listening to chat and doing our thing. He did bring up the topic tonight, entitlement. We're going to speak on that and get our overall opinion on the definition of entitlement. And then I'm actually looking it up so we can give you the exact definition of entitlement. What up, Michelle?
Right.
And then we move from there because we still got to get in the flag on the play because I've seen a lot of shit today that definitely need a flag.
What all you see today that need a flag?
Oh, bro, don't even get me started right now. Let me finish sharing it out so we can get these people over here. But yeah, for me, entitlement is that initial selfish, I deserve everything without working hard for it. Like, case in point, my son. Just because you come from my sack, just because I chose to have you with your mother, you feel entitled that I owe you a brand new car, but you did nothing to get this car. First of all, you wasn't raised around me because that would have been cut out at the gate. So some women, some but not all, have been training these kids to be entitled, putting them in positions that they're not ready for and letting them feel like they're in charge. So they don't know how to problem solve, conflict resolution. They got temper tantrums, ADHD, and all different type of issues that they're dealing with. And when they come into the game, they come into the game with their mindset of gimme, gimme, gimme. And if you don't give me, you're wrong. If you don't give me, you a sap, you a sucker. You can't, you are not a great provider because you don't give me what I want. You don't give me what I'm entitled to. And in my mind, I'd say, nigga, no, you a lie. I'm out here working. You can get out here and work. I'm out here popping and moving. I have yet to see you say anything about, hey, Dad, let me help you out. Hey, Dad, what can I do to get something or earn some money? No, you just want me to give it to you. That's why I said it's not smart for a parent to give any kid an allowance without fucking them actually doing something for them. My 4-year-old right now is in the kitchen learning how to cook. 4. I ain't making her entitled at all. And she know daddy is daddy. We gonna come up here, we gonna get this done, but you gonna learn how to get it on your own. Even though I'm gonna give you the bag. But being in your life makes everything different because now you see I'm not just gonna give you something. You got to get out and do something in order to get that. And that's where you break that entitlement stage. Yeah.
Huh.
So Chad, have you ever seen in your life anybody that felt entitled to shit?
Every goddamn day.
Give me the example. Hold on, I'm almost done. Sorry, people. Sorry again.
I see people that think they entitled to something every single day. Being a truck driver, you see it every day. You see stuff where people feel like they feel like they're entitled to everything.
That part.
They don't want to go out and put the work in to get what they want. They want somebody to give it to them. I still think they want somebody to spoon feed them. I think they want somebody to spoon feed them. They don't want to go out and do no work to get what they want. No, you got to go out and work. You got to go out and work for what you want. Ain't nobody gonna give you shit. Cause ain't nothing free over here no more. You got to get out. You got to get out and work. You got to get out and put boots on the ground to accomplish what you want and get what you want. Cause ain't nobody giving you shit. No.
Honestly, you don't deserve it. And that'll piss a lot of people off when you say that because when it comes down to it, yes, these people did come from you or your moms or your dads or your grandmas. But honestly, I got to be real with you. They don't deserve shit if they ain't got it. If you ain't get out and help me get it, you don't deserve a motherfucking thing. I'm not
giving you
because
nothing.
I know who I am.
You better get out. You better get out and put some work in. But I mean, people.
But that's people that really do feel entitled. Like, but look at the generation. The young people say, I can get on TikTok, and your old ass can't make money, but I can get on there and shake my ass and make $50,000 in the next week. I don't have to do what you say no more. I don't have to listen to you no more because your old way doesn't make me get what I want, which are materialistic items that make me feel some type of way. It's temporary satisfaction. It's nothing that's going to be major. But in their mind, they got it all. And if you don't give them that, they'll find if you don't support their entitlement, you're wrong. And they're going to find a way or find someone to support them to give them the shit that they want. Which, as you see, most people come in the game and do what? Not even, they'll love a car for a minute, and then right after that, a week later, they done drove around it, they done got the applause. Now that car is no more important than just sitting in the garage. You see it all the time. I've seen some shit today that made me so mad. Now, Big Chad and myself are truck drivers. And we came together for the podcast. But what got me is we drive 80,000 tons, an 80,000 ton missile that can go up to 70 miles an hour. And what makes me mad is there's people that are in cars that feel entitled to the entire road. And you want to take it upon yourself to cut off a missile when the road is ending. There's an object on the road, and you see the professional driver doing exactly what is needed, which is hazards on, slow down, direct traffic, everybody gets over. But no, you're in a Porsche. You're in a Porsche with a handicap sticker. Make that make sense. You're in a fucking Porsche with a handicap sticker, but you feel entitled to not only ride on my driver's side to cut off my entire 53-foot trailer and then honk and get your phone out. Like, but no, bitch, if you were paying attention and then feel entitled, you would have saw my blinker and my hazards was on 30 fucking seconds ago, and everybody was merging in front of me, including me. But you feel entitled. I should stop my 80-ton missile on the dime to let your bitch ass come over in your Porsche when you behind me trying to blow past me. No, it don't work like that.
Don't work like that.
It don't fucking work like that. So many people are out here in this game feeling like somebody owed them something. Honestly, I got to be real with you. Flag on the motherfucking play. Don't nobody owe you shit.
Don't nobody owe you nothing.
Do more for yourself than the next man. Don't ask nobody for shit. Don't expect nobody to do nothing for you. Right. If you don't got to hustle to get that shit done yourself, you know how they say back in the old days, turn the lights off.
Turn the lights off.
Turn the goddamn lights off.
Hey,
ain't
like
never gonna give up on me. That's just like I care about this motherfucking subject because he knew it was gonna piss me off.
Flag on the play. Flag on the play. But I mean, and you get them like they always think they entitled to something. And the reason why I say entitlement is a motherfucker in this country. Because not only do they think they entitled to something, but it's always about them.
Facts.
Me. I. Ain't no fucking I in team. But you feel like you entitled to something. Hell, you ain't even entitled to breathe fresh air every goddamn day. But you want to be entitled to something. The only thing you are entitled to is whatever you can control at that moment.
Agreed. Now, this is my thing. Now, if you are out there really putting in the goddamn work, and just say, my example. I got to go back to my son again. Why? Because he's at that age that I know when I grew up, there was no motherfucking entitlement. It was like, hey, you want to get out there and mow that goddamn yard for me, you have a disagreement. Yes, sir, I got you.
Right.
I didn't answer shit. I knew my role and what I was supposed to do as a son to keep me from getting fucked up. Okay, let's just be real. Now it's, if I come mow your yard, I need $50 to $100 for something that's going on at school. Now, if you would have came to me and said, hey, Dad, how you doing? How's your day? Hey, you know I got this thing going on at school. Could you help me out? And if you do that, I'll come in and, do some assignments around the house to work it off. Okay, so say less. I got you.
Right.
But hey, Dad, I need this. I need this right now by tomorrow. Wait a goddamn minute. Nigga, you about to make me choke you. But I know you snitches now. They raising entitled snitches now. Bitches are taking your text messages and going and showing it to the government like you a bad parent. Dad, you can't say that to a kid. Bullshit. Bullshit.
Flag on the plate. Bullshit.
Flag on the motherfucking plate. Who the fuck are you or the government to tell me what I can and can't say? First of all, the goddamn government has been killing the fuck American people for years. This ain't no new shit. Secondly, When they make you sign some shit when you have a kid, they're taking role as the head of your motherfucking household and saying, bitch, you better not do nothing with that kid or in your house without my say so. They're the big dick of the house, not your husband or not your wife or your stud or however your relationship is.
So
They can tell you what to do and what you can't do with your kid. But when it comes down to it, these kids have grew up in broken families. So these broken families are trying to replace not being whole and giving these kids what the fuck that they want and making them feel like everybody else should give them what they want. This nigga's throwing flags.
flag
I'm just,
on the
I'm
play.
just speaking facts.
Flag on
I'm
the
just
play.
speaking facts.
So, in other words, what you saying is, since the government is trying to tell the female how to raise her kids, are you saying that the government is in cahoots with that portable incubator?
Hey, Nick, yes. Okay, they're gonna use that word for all you new people that are just tuning into the channel. It's your boy G3 and Big Chad. And Big Chad has some words for your ass. He be coming out of left field with all this shit he be making up. And I have to throw flags on the play to slow him down. Because he'll say some shit. You be like, what the fuck? What is that? So he says, Chad, can we get a definition of a portable incubator?
A portable incubator is the female species that walks around and protects that child for 9 months inside her womb. A portable incubator. They use that portable incubator as a guaranteed paycheck. Because if you think about it,
incubator.
a portable incubator that they use as a means of securing a guaranteed paycheck. The reason why I say they use it to get a guaranteed paycheck. Say you was a professional basketball player.
Yeah.
You live in one state, she live in another state.
Right.
But she hits you up on social media and say, "Hey, I see you guys gonna be playing. You're gonna be playing in my town this weekend. How about we get together after the game is over?" And the male ego says, "Okay, why not? I'll hit you up after the game."
Wait. So you telling me the female is already plotting before they even meet the male?
Yes. That is totally correct, Michelle. Yes.
I would have to agree with you, Michelle. It's sad that the government co-signs that bullshit.
They are already plotting. They plotting on their next victim.
Bro,
because
can we be real? Can we be real on the Best Around podcast?
If you're a professional athlete,
breaking at its finest, Chad.
Oh, that's the legal form of strong arm robbery without being charged with a crime. Because if you think about it, if you are somebody professional, just think about it. If you are somebody
you legally rob somebody, nigga, that's a crime, fool.
If you are somebody on a professional level and they use that portable incubator as a guaranteed paycheck, that's anywhere from a 5 to a 6-figure guaranteed paycheck. And the government, the government is upholding them with it. Because if you think about it, to secure that paycheck, you are a professional athlete. I'm going to lay down with you. I'm going to let you come over and tour the facility. When you tour the facility, you're going to leave a deposit so you can come back anytime you want to tour the facility over and over and over. 9 months later, bada boom, bada bing. Hey. I got one for you. So now You being a professional athlete or professional whatever, she sees a guaranteed paycheck. First thing she gonna do, well, he ain't gonna come around no way unless he back in town. So now she's gonna run down there and talk to the government. Hey, I need to put so and so on child support. Well, do you know where he work at? Yeah, I know where he work at. He a professional basketball player. Well, how much do we? Well, you
So
know
now,
what, Your Honor?
wait,
He
wait.
make
We got some
he
females
make
in the audience, Tab. We
he
got some
make
female
pretty.
in the audience. You
Hold
telling
on,
me
hold on. He make pretty good money. So she already know she gonna get anywhere from 5 to 6 figures a month in government child support. A legal form of strong arm robbery that's being backed by the government, where you're not being charged with a crime. You are
you telling
literally
me
you are literally robbing the man blind in the legal form, and it ain't nothing he can do about it because the law is not on his side when it comes to child support.
it's your boy, Mr. G3. You heard Big Chad's opinion on strong term legal robbery. Well, we got some females in the chat. Big Chad, I had to throw a flag on you because are you literally telling me some, but not all,
Some.
females are entitled and come in the game with a blueprint to get a guaranteed payday by using their portable incubator, as you call it, to pick the right step to make
Hell,
sure that she used what she got to get what she want, and no one should judge her for it, but the government assists her and making sure it happens in their way and it benefits both parties, but not the male species. Is that what you're saying?
yes. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So you telling me there's no good women left out in the world? Everybody's out there just for a money grab and feel
no,
entitled. If you don't give it to me, I'm gonna take it from you legally, rob you legally.
you got some good women left. I know I got one. I know you got one. So there is good women out there, but some, not
But not
all,
all.
are trifling, scandalous ass 304s
This nigga
that
just said a
you
304.
that use that
For all you new people just tuning
they're
in.
using
Big Chad,
they're
what the fuck is a
using
304?
a hoe. HOE.
You just showed your age, nigga. Is that the beeper days, nigga?
The beeper days. Damn it. If you want, look, back in the day, damn it, if you want something, hit me on the hip.
Hit me on the hip.
Hit me on the
I
hip.
know what to do with that hip number. 304 is a hoe.
304 is a hoe. All day long.
I can't lie to you, Chad. Some of
three
them
times
portable
on Sundays.
incubators are washed out. Can you even find an incubator that is fresh off the lot anymore, or is it coming already used and abused?
Oh, they already come. They already. Well, you might find some. You might find some that don't believe in nothing before marriage. You might find a few.
Nigga, that's a rarity, bro.
I said a few.
Oh, okay.
I said a few. I said, look, I said a few. A few.
Hey,
Not all.
their body counts higher than the males now, fool.
Man. Look.
But is there anything wrong with that, Chad?
With what?
Having a body count. Is the body count even important? Because I look
Do
at it as,
do you?
I got to be devil's advocate. I got to play devil's advocate.
Do you?
So is the male species feel entitled to the female body just because in their little Bible, as they say, male is made for female and the female should be made for female and the male should be made for male? Does the male gender, the male species, feel entitled to the female body?
The male ego feels like it should be able to tour the incubator facility whenever possible. That's why you have
So is
some
that
that's
not entitlement, Ted?
very much. That's entitlement
So
at its
so
finest.
so there's been generations of entitlement, and it's just now at its forefront of full outright
Oh yeah,
craziness.
it's just downright outright full blown now. Shit, this is full blown now.
How do we fix it if it can be fixed?
Well, you know what? It's gonna take a whole lot of work to fix that. Cause look, not all, not all,
Peace, Miss
not
Williams.
all, cause not all,
Unfortunately.
not all incubators.
Yeah. That
It
day
not
killing me with that
all,
incubator word, bro.
not all, not all incubators are good incubators.
Explain.
Not all incubators are clean, from what I've been hearing. I'm just, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You liable, hey, you liable, man. Look, you liable to go to a facility. You liable to go to a facility and come out with something. Got an itch?
I'm with you when you're right. The HIV and AIDS rate is the
Look,
highest I've ever seen.
you,
Do you? So okay. So they're saying now because the numbers are there and the proof is there that the AIDS and HIV rate is out and full blown. Isn't the same shit that happened in the 70s? That's pretty much everybody get love. Wasn't they doing that shit back then? Hell, they were doing it back in Greco-Roman times. Everybody
right?
can get it. This ain't
Wasn't no
nothing
different,
new. Nothing new is
but it
done
was.
under the
But
sun
look,
unless you
it
create it.
wasn't. It wasn't no different than what the government did to the Tuskegee Airmen by injecting them with syphilis and sending them back home.
So you telling me this is an experiment?
Yeah, you had to get it somewhere.
Damn.
You had to get it from somewhere.
Why do you say that? Why do you feel that this is like a full out blown experiment on
Look,
separation of the
you know
species?
what? I'm gonna put it this way, and they can. The government can say what they want to say, but it's entitlement. If they want to control the population, what's the easiest way to do it? Inject these young knuckleheads with something, because they know what they're gonna do. They're gonna stick everything that's moving in school.
Next.
They're gonna stick everything that's moving. The male ego. If you want to spread something
Wait.
at a if you want to spread something at a rapid rate, inject it in the male ego. They don't give a damn.
So would you say men are at fault?
No, not all the time. Cause you do got you hey, you got some of these. You know what? This is my shit. You got some hoes out there that's burning motherfuckers every day and don't give a damn. You got hoes out here. No, you got hoes out here. No good and goddamn well. They shit don't smell like roses. And they walking around here leaking every goddamn day. And
Okay,
spreading it like it's a fertilizer.
so why is it that little portable incubator is one of the worst and one of the best inventions ever created? Why would you put that type of temptation on the body?
They want to add to their count. They want to have their
Look at
count higher than the next person.
so it's a game. It's a competition.
It's Russian roulette.
Hell no, folks.
It's Russian roulette at its finest.
So you telling me at a certain age
the
you should
only
be
difference,
comfortable who you with
the
and settle
the
and not play
only
Russian
difference.
roulette?
I don't think this generation know what the definition of settle down mean?
Hey,
Do they
is
look?
there
Do they
such
even
thing
know?
called settle down anymore?
I don't think so. Do they even know how to strap up?
Nigga, is condoms even a thing anymore?
I don't know. I know mental health. I know mental health is running rampant in this country.
That's true too. I look at it as though.
Because
There's
back in the day, our parents used to tell us, all right, hey, if you want to keep your freedom, you better strap up.
Michelle say both parties. Why you say that, Michelle? She say both parties to blame, or is the government to blame because they set the standard. They literally set the policies, the procedures, the plans, and put it all in action to not only separate families, separate the genders, separate people through classism, racism,
Right.
biasness on all counts. So that's just people of power. Or Michelle, are you saying it's the male gender and the female gender? That's the blame. That's what we're looking at when we come to things like this. That's why we call this first segment "Flag on the Play," because we go through life and we see so many different things that calls for a flag. You got to stop that shit at its tracks.
She said yes. So would you? So who would be more apt? I say the male ego and the female incubator both is at fault.
Agree.
I say both. I say both is at fault because the male side, if he know he wrong, all he looking for is a body count. The female side, if she knows she wrong, all she looking for is a body count, and she do not care.
Wait, are she
How
looking
many?
for a body count, or is she looking for some type of love or happiness? Some
No.
type of self-satisfaction, or she's looking for somebody to please her so she can actually feel something, or him to be pleased so he can actually feel something. Is the emotional shit taken out of it, and it's just let me feel something right now. I gotta feel something right now, but I don't feel shit, so I skip to the next and the next and the next. And before I know it, I got a body count of 150 motherfuckers that I knocked down, and I still don't feel shit.
Because they don't want to. They don't want to. I don't think this generation knows how to settle down. But they feel like they
Miss
and
Williams, the question is, if you actually look at it, who's to blame for what we say the entitlement that plagues this nation? Is it the male? Is it the female? Is it the
or
government? Is it the parents?
right? Or is it all of the above?
Or is all of the above? Who's to blame for why people feel so entitled for you to give me, pay me. You owe me, and not I'm getting out here to grind and get it to be about business and do what I do for me, and I know my blessings gonna come. But the way, like we were saying earlier, we feel like it's both parties that are taking a big part of this motherfucking pie and have fucked up generations and the ones to come, because the body counts are so high, the AIDS rate and the HIV rate is so high. Everybody's love, give me. I need it. I want to try. What you say, Chad? I want to try out your portable incubator.
I want to tour the facility to leave a deposit.
I want to tour the facility to leave a fucking. I don't
deposit.
want it forever. I just want to.
I don't want it forever. I just want to sample and leave a deposit.
When do we hold ourselves accountable for the decisions that we choose to make? I would agree with that 100%. There has been no accountability in this world when it comes to stepping the fuck up and knowing when you made a goddamn decision, you got to stand on it. A lot of people call themselves standing on it. They like to say that. I stand on it. But a lot of people ain't standing on shit. Like, what was episode number 7? You ain't shit.
You ain't shit.
You ain't standing on shit. You ain't shit. You out here faking, knowing what you're living is fucking up not only you on the inside, but everything coming after you. So
you know
it's
what,
a fake ass persona and facade.
You know what? I can I can get down with that.
But we have
But
to wake up
we have to
on
wake
what's
up to
going
what's
on.
going on. Yeah.
Okay, Miss Williams, what is going on? Now we talked about this. She said she stepped away. What is
Right.
going on, Miss Williams?
What's going on? Because I feel that
we gonna highlight your comments. When Chad C comments roll through, he picked those ones that are really on topic and paying attention, but choose on it. What's really going on, Miss Williams?
I
Or
feel
Miss
that once
Williams,
we,
I'm sorry, I don't know if you're married or not, just respectful. You know, we born up in the South, that's how it's,
but
just speak.
I feel that based off what she just said, I feel that once we can figure out, once America can wake up to what's going on, then we might get a little bit of an understanding of where the disconnect
But what's
is in this
going on,
country.
Chad?
People feel like they fucking entitled to every goddamn thing. Don't nobody want to do research to figure out shit. They want it handed
But why
to
do
them.
they feel
They
they're
want it
entitled?
spoon fed. Because they
The
think
give me syndrome.
Give me syndrome. They think the country owe them something. The country ain't gonna give you shit. Whatever you
But
think you entitled to or whatever you want, you got to get up off
flag
your
on the
ass and
play,
go get
flag
it.
on the play. Older people would say you owe us reparations from slavery.
They don't
Agree
owe
or
you
disagree?
shit.
They don't
You know
owe
how
you
many-
shit, but they
You know how many? You
enslaved,
know,
raped, killed, and brought
but
you people over here forced. They don't owe you shit.
okay, but how many slave owners was black?
Say that again for the people back. I mean,
Huh?
say that again for the people in the back. How many what?
How many slave owners are black? Quite a few.
Shit, I can't even throw a flag on that. Some of our people sold our people out too. But there's always been a separation of who's better than who. And if you don't got it, I'll tell you what else.
See, every time we get to talk,
called self accountability.
I would, you know what? I would say so. That's why that brings me when she say all of the above, self accountability. This is where self accountability comes into play. They need to go in the mirror, go standing in front of that mirror, and look in that mirror, and that person that you got them three fingers pointing back to, that's the person you need to bring back. You need to bring back and understand what it is you need to work on. You have to take self accountability for shit that you have done. You know what? That is so true. No moral compass. I agree with you when you're right.
I would have to agree with you.
I agree with you when you're right.
But if they don't have a moral compass, why would they
don't have a
take
moral
accountability
compass
to anything?
They won't. Because if they don't have no morals about themselves, then anything that goes on, it's not them. It's not them. They've been falsely accused or done wrong. They feel like they're entitled to receive what they think they should get. So for everybody to think they entitled to reparations, they do realize reparations is a one-time payout, right? That if the government only did
on what they choose to give you,
on what they choose to give you,
give me,
right?
If they choose to give your bitch ass $5 for your entire family and everything that happened to your family, you have no choice but to accept that.
Get your $5 and get your $5 ass out of the line. Let somebody else come up and get their $5.
Public service announcement. Hit them, Chan. What's the difference between reparations and a settlement?
A settlement is an ongoing monthly payout. Reparations is a one-time payout.
Is there anybody giving a settlement out? for the injustices that have been done upon African American people and their people up until this day?
No. We done been through 46 presidential administrations and ain't nobody giving nothing out for the injustices done to African American natives born to this country.
So if there was somebody giving it out, would that change anything or would it make it worse?
I would say it would change things.
Gotcha, Ms. Williams.
It would strengthen the economy.
How?
It would give them a way to give back to the economy.
It'll just be somebody's ego.
That's how you know what, Ms. Williams. That is
and then everybody tell you shut the fuck up. We gave it to you.
That is 100% correct.
Division is how we were conquered. I would agree.
Yep.
100%.
Yep.
Division is how we were conquered.
Yep. But
that's what I was telling Chad. That's what I was telling Chad earlier. It's the new form of butt breaking.
Yeah.
Get the strongest. Get the man out of the house. Separate the families. Divide the people into classism. Create the biased agendas and make sure everybody's fighting for the materialistic bullshit that matters nothing in the end.
Because the government is all about creating single parent households. If you get the man
out, say that shit again for the people in the back. Don't move.
Government.
You were hitting it right on. Say it again.
The government is all about creating single parent households.
What the fuck would they benefit from that?
They can control the female.
Oh, ooh. What was that third word you just said?
They can control the female.
Ooh. But most of these motherfuckers will say they ain't being controlled.
Bullshit.
They're taking accountability.
Bullshit.
They're not creating the mess
No, bullshit.
It's the dad's fault. It's that deadbeat motherfucker. Those words is really bubbly. It's the deadbeat motherfucker that was nice to you, there for you and your kids, and did everything you wanted. But when he disagreed with you, now you say, I got the system wanted you anyway, motherfucker. I'm gonna go ahead and turn you into it. Because what's that word you said, Chad? When Judge Mathis and his wife after 40 fucking years break up and had what? Irreconcilable differences? So you telling me the man you chose to lay down with, the family you chose to build, it can be no longer because there's irreconcilable differences, but the government can come in and tell you exactly what to do, and you never have any irreconcilable differences with that motherfucker, and they don't have your best interests at heart.
None.
Victim mentality.
The reason is exactly. The reason why I say is
Michelle said
government. Reason why I say is government controlled because once they can get the male provider out of the household, now the female has to resort back to government housing, food stamps, medical assistance. So basically, once the government see where they can get the male out, the authority figure out of the house, i.e., the government's way of getting the male out of the house. Oh, we find some reason to lock him up, throw away the key, get him out of the household. So now, once he has a felony conviction, he's not allowed on government assisted property because he's a convicted felon. That's their way of keeping him out of the house. And
so
then they know they have the female where they want her at because she has to now use the government as a crutch.
Codependency.
There you go. She has to be dependent on the government.
So you tell me if there was no assistance for the female to go get from the government,
they have to get up off their ass and go to work.
But the easiest part again would be to work it out with the male that they laid down and had the baby with, and make sure the family stay intact.
He was good. He was good enough to lay down with. He was good
Divided
enough.
and conquer. I agree.
He was look. He was
Divide and
good enough
conquer.
for you to. He was good enough for you to lay down and take a sample from.
This nigga with this sample shit.
So why can't y'all why can't y'all figure out a way to co-parent and coexist for the betterment of the kids?
Because some people, some but not all, are that fucking selfish that if they're not in control, they're still not winning, and they don't want you to win at all. Because you can literally start the fuck over without a hiccup.
Because the
But when
ones
you
that
look at it,
because
the most of the power is given to the female, even though the male act like they got the power. Now, we are the creators. We are the creators of life, but the women are the birthers of the life that we give.
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving a piece of me for you to have, for us to raise together, not separate. Because as soon as you divide that egg, that embryo feels that. Now I got to go over here for daddy for Christmas. I'm here with mommy and her new man. What the? Daddy ain't showing me enough love. Mommy ain't showing me. What should I? Confusion. Now give me. If you don't give me, I'm gonna go to mama. If you don't give me, I'm gonna go to daddy. If you don't give me, I'm gonna go to the other mama. Whatever your relationship may be. But do you see the division on what has been implemented over the years? These things just started to happen. This shit has been taking place for a while.
Because whichever one of the
female
two
has the power. Do you agree, Chad?
Yeah, they got the power. As long as they got the
explain that, Miss Williams.
Yeah, they got the females do have the power. As long as they got the
they got the incubator.
But see, this is why I say
that incubator, whether it's used or not.
This is why I say the female. This is why I say females has the power, because they got the portable incubator. It's a guaranteed paycheck.
But back in the day, you know, you old as hell. Was that the case?
Hell no.
So what was the immediate change that made it from the 70s, where the man had the power, to now the female has it? Not they have it together. No one knows their roles anymore.
Nobody know what commitment is anymore.
Wait a damn minute. Don't skip over that. Flag on the play. Slow that shit down. You telling me people are not out here committing to finishing shit? They're just starting shit and jumping from project to project, incubator to incubator, person to person?
Yeah. Why settle when you can hop around?
Ladies in the chat, y'all agree with that? You agree with that?
Why settle down when you can hop around from pillar to post?
So you telling me back in the day when the kings and the ones that were chosen that had 100 wives and concubines and all of that, it was doable, it was acceptable, and you didn't hear about a bunch of wars? But now the government came and controlled and says 1 woman, 1 man. But if they actually did it economically, if you got multiple units in a house, you got multiple streams of income supporting one agenda.
And you made it work for the betterment of the family. For the betterment of the family.
So should the family stay divided in that sense, or should they actually try to come together, knowing you got different incubators that you tried out? You got baby over here, mom over there, daddy over there. Should they try to come together to make it work?
For the betterment of the kids involved, everybody involved is over the age of 18 need to sit their dumbasses down at a table and try to figure out how to make it work. Because the only one out of that fucked up situation to get hurt are these kids. And they wonder why these kids is out on the street running around doing who knows what with who knows who.
That part.
If they see mama and daddy dipping in and out with a new person every other night or every other weekend. What the hell you think they're gonna do when they grow up? Oh,
Facts.
mom and daddy did it, so I can do it.
Model their environment, mirroring at its finest.
Back in the day of you, you really didn't hear about too many people getting pregnant at early ages like you do now.
Why is that?
Because back then there was structure in the household. You did something wrong, you got your ass whooped. Plain and simple. Plain and simple.
So
Plain and
taking the
simple.
power out of the family by dividing the mom and the dad.
You break down the family dynamic.
Co-parenting is a word that a lot don't understand the meaning. Mom and dad make decisions about the child together, even when y'all are not living together. But can that be done? It should be done.
It should be done,
but there's always a power struggle when someone is not happy.
Exactly. Because now, and 9 out of 10 times, when you have the dad over here and the mom over here, if that dad goes and finds somebody else to be with, now the mom is gonna want to come in and say, you know what, you might be with somebody, but I don't want her saying nothing to my child. But in theory, that's another adult that's going to be in that child's life.
That part. My mom did that. Michelle still, man. Me too, Michelle. Me too. She has the power to build support her mate, nurture the home. She gives a glue to the family dynamic. But doesn't the male do that by being a provider? The one that guides, the one that leads, the one that is there consistently and not only sacrificing his life, but the male is always overlooked because you should never complain. You should never talk about your hurt and your emotional. You should be solid and never get help and seek therapy. If you're about to break the fuck down, you should just suck it the fuck up, move forward, and be the leader and not worry about what's going on. Because if you can lead, they will follow. But if you show weakness and struggle and emotion, you're not the one to be a leader. They will never follow you. So make it make sense. You got to have both. My mom did 43 years and I did 24 years.
That is so true, Michelle. That's why we need each other. But I mean, it falls back to the whole.
Wait, did I read that right? Was that like a prison sentence or was that like a in a marriage you did 43? So your mom did 43 years and you did 24 in the marriage, Miss Williams? Or wait, when I read it, I just thought, oh, God, she just did a bid. I was like, wait, not for 43 years, nigga. Who we got on here? Mel and Man's little sister. Wait, maybe I read it wrong. That's why we need each other. Chad was messing with my mind. He moved it too fast. Sit down, bro.
When she said 24, I'm like, damn, she did a nickel.
That's right. She did a bid in this
bitch. She did a quarter. She did a quarter piece.
Relationship a prison sentence.
Oh,
one partner.
She said set the example.
Set the example. My mom did 43 years. I did 24. But that still sounds like a prison sentence.
Hey.
Would you disagree, Chad?
That's what it almost sounded like to me, but hey.
She said, yeah, I told you. She licked his honest and admitted it.
Hey,
when you look at just like Judge Mathis and his wife investing so much time, effort, tears, conversation, family building, it becomes, if not happy and enjoyed by all parties, a long-term robbery at the end. Would you agree or disagree, Chad? And like she just said, a sentence.
Yeah, because you go you go for so long. That out of that whole time, what is so irreconcilable that you can't sit your two asses down across from the table and work it out?
But should a person stay in a situation that they're not happy, Chad? That, like she said, she did 24 years. Her mom did. Not they enjoyed her. I was in a relationship for. She struggled through something. They didn't talk about something. And before they looked up and realized 24 years had passed on.
That's why
24 years of your life you don't get back.
True. That's why you almost had to sit down and set the ground rules down from jump.
I would agree.
This is what I will agree to, and this is the bullshit that I'm just not gonna deal with.
Ooh, but isn't that like a prenup though, bro? Right off rip?
You call it a prenup, call it a renup. I don't give a damn what you call it.
I get what you're saying. Set the ground rules going in, and you got two adults have the actual choice to accept it and move forward and build and know exactly what they expected, or separate and say that ain't gonna work for me. I get that and save a lot of more time in the game. Provider and
what you said, they work together. He's a provider. She said she had the best dad ever. Provider,
but it affected you in a way that the way you stated that says dad was the provider and the protector, but you could tell as a kid that it still was that separation. It just held it together for you. And then again, you did 24. You followed suit and did the exact same thing. Or am I wrong? Throw a flag on the play if I'm wrong. Let me know. It's the best around pocket. Look how she laughing.
But I mean,
I'm just saying.
It's so much that falls under that to where.
So would having an extra piece of the puzzle help? Not of just, okay, male and female, you got another female, or male and male, you got a female, or however you want to set up your relationship. Having other counterparts to help, does that actually help the relationship building or hinders it?
It depends.
I did a bid in marriage.
It depends.
Yeah, I like her. Her Michelle, we got to invite him on.
It depends. It's dependent on if.
Wait, I got something for you, Chad.
Go ahead, finish up. If y'all, it's dependent on if y'all can coexist and make it work without having an extra person in the mix. Now, if all y'all can live under the same roof and make it work, damn it, goddamn it, do you, boo boo? Whatever make your family dynamic work, do you? But if you can't make it work, figure out some way to coexist for the sanctity of the
relationship having multiple minds and multiple streams of income, or would it actually hurt? Because again, you got now a third or a fourth party that helps those two parties that are disagreeing come to some type of conflict or resolution. So, but adding two more mindsets to the party could confuse everything. Yes, I did a bid in marriage. That is
hilarious. It can add confusion to it because it had the kids confused.
Yep.
It had it.
Hey, big arms, bro. Big arms, bro. I am trying to.
I mean,
go ahead. Tag on the play.
Yes, that is so true.
When the other person is not willing to commit to change, you're not happy.
That is so true.
Wow, my family is going through that right now.
That is so.
Would you say true. Most Americans go through relationships, just like Miss Williams said, and they're just accepting what they know they're not happy with, but just because it works for now, financially, maybe I'm just going to stick it out. But then I look up and I done did a bid and wasn't happy for a long fucking time.
But when you do that, you're not hurting the two adults are not hurting each other. You're hurting the child because you're staying somewhere because of the child or the children. You doing more
But they would
damage.
respect you more if you gave them honesty that this
You
doesn't
doing
work.
you doing more damage by staying in something that you know you ain't happy in just because you
Agreed.
got kids.
Free
If you
will.
ain't
Some change up in the
if you're
middle of
not
the
happy,
process.
if you're not happy, if y'all can't coexist, leave.
Some change up in the middle of the process. So some people are mirroring what you want, what you're telling them you want, and they're trying to give you that for a season to get something out of it. But when it comes down to it, they
They
wasn't
giving it to
really
you.
into it for the long haul.
They giving it to you for a season and not a reason.
But what type of person is that? That's like narcissistic as fuck. Like you coming to sample some shit, going in the game knowing that you don't want this person for the long run, but you go down and you marry, you do the fake ass social media posts that you're a happy family,
Because
but
they
you know
feel
you're
they
upset inside.
because see, and this,
So, so
this
would
is
you say
where
everything is a production, Chad?
America feels that the entitlement comes in. If they feel that they not getting what they deserve from their mate,
Yeah.
first thing they want to do, they want to get on social media and bash them.
Replace the bitch. I'll go
They
get
want to get
another.
on. They want to get on social media and bash each other. But the whole time while you're on social media degrading your children's father,
Yeah.
or you're on social media degrading your children's mother,
Yeah.
the same shit you're posting online, the kids are at school talking about the exact same goddamn thing.
Which creates a whole different dynamic of craziness
Because
for not only your
now,
family but
because
that kid.
well, and not only that, now not only are the kids hearing it at home,
Yeah.
but they have to go to school and hear it from the kids at school.
Which
So
creates
they
a
getting
very unsafe environment for the kid
yes
in both places.
in both places. Because if you have a kid that's more apt to taking the dad side, when he hear it at home and hear it at school, he liable to lash out at the first thing to say something bad about his dad, and vice versa. They might
It
lash
has
out at
to
the
be
first person
equally
that might
give
say
and take
something bad about the mom.
balance, right?
So you're creating demons. You're creating demons, and you're creating walking time bombs in these kids.
So would the American people benefit from a free therapy session and a way to vent out their frustrations without seeing it like, because I'll be looking at a bunch of these podcasts and a lot of these people are just the upper echelon. You only get your voice heard unless you pay a therapist, or you the A and B class where Shannon Sharp or fucking Joe Rogan and somebody want to bring you on. But if you're not in the upper echelon, no one gives a fuck about your overall
They
opinion,
don't
what
get
you're going through, or none of that. So would they
they don't,
benefit from a a conglomerate that is for the people and says, I want you to come and voice your opinion, how you feel, what you're
yeah,
going through.
yeah.
They need
You know
that.
how
That's what you're saying?
you know how they do it. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Agreed.
My contact and that email right there that's scrolling across the bottom of the screen. America, if you're even you
I
know what
don't type
America,
fast
even if you know what America, even if you are in the A and B class and you still not getting your voice heard, you can come over here to the Best Around podcast. We listen to anything you got to say. And but over here, you know what? Over here, it's not edited out because over here This my shit. This my shit. I don't edit nothing out. If you want to come on here and cuss somebody ass out, come on over here to the Best Round
But
Podcast.
what does
You
that
can say it in
fix?
your
We're here
voice.
for healing, Chad. I know they say ratchet shit sells. They said no one pays attention to you unless you got somebody fighting, shaking
but if
ass,
you
disruptive,
and
pointing the gun.
and it's not even all of that. Most people just need a place where they can be heard.
So you telling me the Best Around podcast is a safe haven to say exactly what is on your mind, almost like a therapy session.
Yes. The only difference?
Free. Come talk about the issues that you're facing. Come discuss it, and let's talk about it.
If you want to support the channel so you can have more platform, there's a Cash App right there. You're more than welcome to send a donation to the channel. If you got an issue or something you want to talk about, hey, send an email to the show at thebestroundpodcast@gmail.com. Once we look at it, we'll contact you. We'll set up a time. Hey, you never know. You liable to be the second co-host for the day. You get to come on the platform and talk about your issue in your own words, the way you want to put it out there.
I feel like the ladies that we got in the chat, we should give them a shot one day. If y'all ladies would like to actually be on the podcast, shoot your email to that email that you see rolling across the bottom of the screen. Let's see if we get these ladies up. If you're free, put the date and the time that you wanted to be a guest on the Best Around podcast. Because again, this is not about Mr. G3 and Big Chad just talking your ear off about our overall opinions. It's to hear from the American people. Your voice matters.
It's to hear from the American people.
And we rather you talk about what's going on than to hold it inside and blow up. I feel if those fucking school shooters would have had somebody to talk to and actually listen to them and give them a way out, they wouldn't go and kill the innocent. Exactly. If the government was actually for the people, they would set up healthy food and water and not try to kill their people off faster than they're born. If the community was actually about community growth,
she just said
giving,
it. She just said
all gain.
She just said it best. Yes, we're creating bitter, unbalanced children.
Not in my house. I whoop ass.
Not in mine.
And I love you at the same time. But I ain't gonna make you entitled shit.
I do look. Ain't no entitlement in my house. You gonna get up off your ass and work for what you want.
None of that. Now, and my baby mama, my son's mother. See how I respected that? See how I changed it? I almost threw a flag on myself. See that? Even when people treat you bad, it's up to you to either feed into it or separate yourself from it and make it better. Me, I'd rather just grow, learn to give, and then watch we all gain. Most of all, finish on the Best Around podcast with Big Chad doing our goddamn thing. But you know how we do. We create change. Not at my house either. That's what I'm talking about, Michelle.
G3.
Yo.
I got to.
Don't you go back, goddamn it.
Now you know good and goddamn well that is not what you want to say about your son's mom. I'm gonna have to call your ass out on that one.
I stopped myself. I'm learning. Even though I don't like the bitch. Even though I'm a good guy. See what I mean? I'm trying to work on me, bro. I love to give. I didn't have kids when I met this lady. I gave you me. And just because I'm the man that want to be the man, but you want to be the man, we butt heads. I say, don't worry. I'll still give you exactly what you need. Let's work this out. No, you don't want that. You want to penalize Mr. G3 and say, I'm going to make sure you feel like you ain't shit and keep my only son away from me. My seed. Now my seed is walking around here and I want to choke his ass every day. But I'm learning to love him and deal with his mom because the first part of that G3 is growth. I got to grow every single day, and Chad know this shit. He know I could have called the flag on the play on his ass. He want this ratchet shit because he know when we off camera how I really feel. But this is the therapy that I need because Chad is also telling me, he said, G3, how do you really feel about this shit? I said, man, check this out. I give and give and give.
I love this. I don't like this. I love this. But this intimidates people more than this. Why the fuck is he smiling when I'm trying to make him look like the bad guy? Why the fuck is he continue to move forward when I'm trying to hold him back? Because I'm going to grow every day and nothing going to stop me. And even though I want to disrespect you, bitch, I'm going to, my son matters. I chose, like Miss Williams said, I chose accountability. I laid down with you. I gave you my seat. I want to work with you to fix this, but I will not be stepped on with you in the government to make me look like something that I'm not. But you know that's a lawsuit in itself by trying to mess up my image on who I am. What they call that now? What the GLAAD call that? Where you bashing the LGBTQ community? What they call that? Degradation? Something like that, where you're actually making this person to be something that they're not. You can sue people for that, but guess why I would never sue my son's mom? Because I actually loved the bitch a while back. Now, no. Bitch, if it was raining outside, sorry, Lord, sorry. I'm not going to play on my damn self. I'm learning, people. This is a process to me, too. That's why I partnered up with Chad, because he said, not only do you need this, I need this, but the world needs a place that they can come and just really let it be, and you'll get over it.
There's only one person that can use the pouring down rain in the mud puddle on the side of the road. You can't use that.
Don't you? So that ain't a baby mama issue. That's a campaign issue. See, Chad is the whole demons too. You see, we all have something that pisses us off, but we don't have a place to actually address it and speak it so you can move forward.
No. I did, America. It took a 2-part episode for me to get it all out. And it still ain't out. But
that's fresh. That's fresh. Mine is going on almost 17 years. My shit is old, but since me and you done met, now we're getting to know each other. We're on the podcast. We learn a little bit more about each other every single day. My wife be like, who the fuck you on the phone with, Chad? Duh. Like, we're doing something so good that we know the steps that we're taking with this podcast and the things that we're doing as two gentlemen from two different walks of life coming together under a campaign to give the American people their voice in the most powerful way. Not only will you see us here. Hello. Chad showed you. We met up in Idaho.
We met up in Idaho. I pulled up on him.
We'll pull up on you.
He had a truck stop, and I pulled up on him.
Pulled right up on him. And I know he was a creeper in the CIA because this bitch nigga knew my truck, and I didn't even know he knew my truck. He said, open the window. I said, open the window.
You park at home.
This motherfucker looking at you. Said, I found you. I said, hey, this a bitch.
You already told me what you drive because you park at home.
Yeah. I didn't think you were going to remember, though. I was like, no, he don't remember. I'm going to have to get outside to go find him. He pulled up and said, I'm looking at your truck right now. I said, oh, this creepy shit right here.
I pull up on you.
But I love it, though, because two men came from different walks of life under a campaign, under presidential candidate, Dr. Malcolm Tanner, non-conglomerate, if you don't know, running for the presidency in the 2024 election. He has 10 executive orders. That is for the American people. But you have to do your research on who is presidential candidate Dr. Malcolm Tanner and his VP, Ms. Juanita Hunt, and all the great money men and money women at Tanner and Tanner. But me and Big Chad met doing that, and Big Chad said, hey, yo, G3, I like your energy. I want to start a podcast, and I want to bring you on as a co-host. I said, well, shit, say less. Let's see what it worked. But when we started talking, work it out, we figured out that we are really in the game to do exactly what is needed, which is hear what the American people have to say. Because like we said earlier, no one cares if you're not A level or B level. If you're not a celebrity, or
Right.
in the pocket of somebody. Your voice doesn't matter, but on the Best Around podcast, it does.
At its
Defamation.
finest,
There
at
you
its
go.
finest,
Defamation. You can
at its
sue a person
finest,
for defamation.
defamation of
But
character.
I wouldn't do it. Only because, like she said earlier, accountability. I
Yep.
chose that. What your mama used to say back in the day, you make that bed, you're going to lie in it.
You can make
I'm
that bed,
still
you're
going
gonna
to do
lie
what I
in it.
need to do to show my son you don't have to get mad at everybody that do you wrong. If you show them love, it's going to hurt them more because, again, you're showing them that you're not going to give up. You're showing them that you're still there. And they're wondering,
Exactly.
I done did everything to make this motherfucker look like a bad guy, and he's still showing up for me. But why?
And what's the other one they used to say? All right, your ass gonna write, you gonna write a check that your ass can't cash.
Yeah, all day, every day, 3 times on Sunday.
All day, every day. But I mean, that was my whole motivation for starting this podcast.
Right.
Is to give everybody that's not a part of the A and the B list a platform where they can come on and let their voice be heard. Because
Yes.
Shannon Sharp got Club Shay Shay. But if you're not in the A and B class, you ain't getting on this show. He don't know shit about you.
Right. Because you ain't gonna get him his numbers that he needs.
The only thing he care about is if he come out with a updated version of the Shannon Sharp jersey, he gonna expect you to go out and buy that jersey so he can get money off of it.
That part.
But if you're not in the A and B, if you're not a part of the A and B class, you don't mean shit. They give two shits about the American people. If it wasn't for us, they wouldn't have what they got. If it wasn't for the American people, they asses wouldn't have asses. They asses would not have asses in the seats on Sundays when they play a game.
Let it be. Let it be. Hi, Sky Frank.
Right.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
We love that you stopped by the Best Around podcast, but continue your thought. Continue your thoughts, Chad. Let it be.
But
we take the great and the bad.
If you expect to have asses in the seats, Shannon Sharp, you expect to have asses in the seats every Sunday when you was out there catching that pigskin, running up and down that field. Or Lebanon James, you expect people to have their asses in the seats when you bouncing that ball up and down the floor. But you won't have the same people that paid that bought all those tickets and bought all those tickets to help pay your salary. You won't have everyday Americans on your show. They're not part of the A or B list. So he give two shits about them. Don't even know your name.
Right.
Don't even know your name. LeBron, he could give two shits about you as long as he's buying his shoes and his jersey.
Agree.
But you'll never be able
They need to stay above you.
Exactly. They need to stay above you, and you need to stay below their feet. Because that's how we are. Is it dirt in the ground they walk on? They could care less about the American people.
That boy.
But not over here. I care about the American people. That's why I'm giving the American people a platform where they can come and say what they want to say and get it off their chest. And don't have to worry about it being edited or scripted. Ain't nothing scripted over here. This raw and uncut over here. We don't script nothing over here. It's raw. It's raw and uncut. So, hey, you come over here and say what you got to say.
I see Ms. Williams hit the email.
Yeah, she
okay. She ready to come on up then. All right.
Ready to come on.
If you ready to come on up, we'll get you back up here too now.
Right.
I love it.
This is the whole reason why I started it, is to give America their voice, because not always does every topic day in and day out have to be about fucking politics.
That part.
You have to get the American people
What
to
does
be
that
able to
fix for
get
the American people that should just force
not a
some
guy,
politics?
not a damn thing, nothing,
And you're not listening to them and seeing exactly who they are and what they need.
Exactly. Because if it wasn't for the average American people, your asses wouldn't be in these positions that you in right now.
Facts.
You need the American people to hear your lies on television.
That part.
So you can get a vote.
How do I feel about your comments? Do you see what I'm saying? Yes, we see you, Sky Frank. Thank you for stopping by. I feel like a major oversight in this country. I mean, the government has put in front of us,
right,
is exactly what you're stating. So
exactly.
I agree.
They only gonna show you what they want you to see.
That part. Stay blinded, stay dumb,
Stay blinded,
and stay focused on what we want you to be focused on, while we move the things to make sure that you and yours are jacked up in the end.
Right.
That's pretty much what the government has been doing. If you don't know, look up Project Paperclip.
Project Paperclip.
Operation Sea Spray.
Operation
so
Mockingbird.
Mockingbird. There's so many more that the government has been doing. And the Democrats and the Republicans have been setting this shit up and doing it for years. It's nothing new under the sun unless we create it.
But since you brought up operations, John F. Kennedy. Google
JFK.
Gary, not even JFK. Google Gary Thomas Rowe.
That boy. Do your facts. It's there.
Google.
The phone is right in your hand. Read it all. You'll get all the information you need. Project
Google Gary.
Yes, sir. Look, yes, man. Sky Frank. That's confusing. I don't know what
look up.
Yes.
Look up. It's either look up. It's either Project Paperclip or Operation Paperclip. Look up Operation Sea Spray.
Yeah. It's Operation Sea Spray. If you do your research on that, it's literally COVID-19. But please wake up, America. Look at where we were in 2020. No one was able to go outside. Everybody had to wear masks. But it's 2024. Where the fuck is COVID? Don't worry, I'll wait.
Art Bill. Why did that sound?
Where is it? Why are we back to normal like nothing happened? Population control. Think about it. There's nothing new done under the sun, especially when you're dealing with the government. But when you got a voice and you're actually helping the people, look at how many people were trying to help the people and look what happened to them. So if you don't come together in a mass number to make sure shit is changed, nothing will. But when you do, guess what the government would call you? What has the military been trained for? Not to fight over the seas, to actually help deal with combatants, enemy combatants. Who are the enemy? The American people. When you stand the fuck up, take the blinders off, and see what the government has been doing to you, and you come together and say enough is enough, they use what they've been protecting you with for the longest against you. And we have one of the biggest military forces in the world, do we not? Think about it, man.
So they say.
Think about
it. So they say.
Guarantee you heard the name Art Bell of the way you pay attention. Agree. Pandemic. Pay attention. Agree. You got to pay attention to what they're feeding you. That's why on the Best Around podcast, you want to hear from the American people to see exactly what your thoughts, what is needed. And I'm talking about not just a small amount. We want millions of American people to come on the Best Around podcast and voice your overall thought, because without that, no one else will listen. You continue to watch the news that's going to lie to you. You'll continue to be fed rhetoric that makes sure that you follow what they want you to follow. Like right now, they're only showing you that there's 2 people running for the presidency. Chad, how many people are actually running? Ain't there hundreds?
So what they say is quite a few
Controlling
people
the
running,
narrative.
but they only gonna show you who they want you to see. They're not gonna show you everybody.
Listen, Neo, you have the blue or the red pill.
That's all they want you to see is the blue and the red.
But who was the main piece of that puzzle? The Neo in you. You are
Right.
your choice you make.
If you're not out
When
here,
you choose you never lose.
if you're not out here voting for what's in your best interest, you basically throwing your vote away. For what? you basically throwing your vote away.
That boy. Oh yeah, pandemics. They're literally wanting to make sure you're numb to anything that goes on. Pandemics, mass shootings, it should just be like a regular day. So when the shit actually hit the fan, oh, it's just happening. Oh, let's just continue. But again, one thing that they're not telling you. Did anybody else see the news of China with these life-size real robots in runway? Our robot. Will Smith told you back then. It's the robots, John.
It's the robots.
They are taking over everywhere. We're on it. Now they got life-size versions of males and females that can walk around and do the jobs that you're doing. So if they replace you with a robot, they ain't got to pay it. They just worry about the robot actually malfunctioning. Take it down.
That's why they have.
I don't need the American people anymore.
That's why they have IT techs.
IT tech. That is the biggest paying job in the world now.
I went past the distribution center the other day, and all of the yard jockeys in the parking lot were unmanned. They were unmanned.
Now, see, that doesn't bother me as much, Chad. But when you talking about making an unmanned 80,000-pound missile going down the highway with freight in the back of it and no driver sitting behind the wheel, you have lost your damn mind. That is unsafe on the road. With the hazardous conditions,
they doing it. They testing them right now. They know it. They know what they doing.
They know it. If I ain't got nobody to blame, domestic terror is at its finest. Agreed. If I ain't got nobody to blame, I can make this program this bitch to malfunction and knock out a whole motherfucking fleet of people on the bridge like in New York.
Because if you think about it, back when I was long time ago, when I was in junior high, in computer class.
Did this nigga just say long? Did you do 4 longs with that nigga?
Yeah. Long time ago. When I was taking computer class in junior high school, one of the main things that they taught us back then was to make that stick figurine walk across the screen.
Yeah.
Make him walk across
was
the
there
screen.
when the first computer, the Macintosh. Hey,
you stupid. I'm not fooling. You know what? I'm not fooling with you. You stupid.
Motherfucker, God damn, Shay, what you say? Y'all had the first when you made the stick and robots.
Man, look. Back when computers wasn't computers.
God, dog. You didn't have nothing on the screen. You just had that beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, I don't even think the screens had color pixels. I don't even think they was color pixelated back then.
Facts, nigga. Nigga, that's wild. You look all good to say you there when the first computer came out, nigga.
You know what? I'm not fooling with you.
Oh,
back
shit.
when back, man, that's really gonna tell my age.
Bro, I bet y'all started to use the first condoms that was ever invented.
Shit,
With
hell,
the
hell,
ass.
the only gaming console that was out back then was the Atari 2600
Oh,
or the
that Atari is
Commodore
still the
6 or
heat
the
now.
look.
You can't act like
Yeah,
that Atari in the shit.
yeah, that Atari is still running strong.
Classic game, bro.
Back when I ain't got nothing in here. Back when the remote
Keeping
controls
everybody in a state of panic.
Back when the remote
But
controls
why
looked
would
like
they want to
garage
keep
door openers,
everybody in a state of panic?
because that's the way they can control you. They can slip. If they keep everybody in a state of
Wait,
panic, if they keep you in a state of panic, they can run anything past you, and you won't think twice about it because everything is already in a paranormal state. Yeah, they can tell you
wait, but
something fall out the sky, and you be up there like this. Well, when is it supposed to fall?
how do you control chaos?
Ooh,
It's uncontrollable.
Can I tell you how you control chaos?
How?
It's one person that controlled chaos, that led his people into a legal ass whooping.
Nigga, don't you do it. Where's my flag? Don't you fucking do it. Don't you talk about Mr. King.
Our
Nigga.
so called activists from back in the day.
Oh shit! You finna
Good
make
old
the viewers log off.
good old Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. If you don't think for 1 minute that this man did not know what was going to happen to them little girls in that Baptist church, you sadly mistaken. Because this man was already doing backdoor deals with JFK and Adolf Hitler. So you mean to tell me when JFK hired Gary Thomas Rowe to go blow up those little black girls in that Baptist church, you mean to tell me that our so-called community activists didn't know about it? So
they knew.
in order to keep chaos and keep all the heat off him, he had to create an uproar. Oh, we gotta go out and march for it. We gotta go out and march. We gotta come together and march. We gotta stand together and unite. But if he knew, if he was already doing backdoor deals with JFK and Adolf Hitler,
He said it himself though. I have integrated my people into a burning building.
Right. To create false hope. But not only that, if he knew about it, being a community activist back when all of that was going on, if memory recalls me right, wasn't he marching with Jesse Jackson, Reverend Al Sharpton? So if he knew about it, both of them knew about it also. So all three of them were not a solution. They were part of the problem. And to keep the heat off of them, the easiest way to do that is create a march. Hey, let's march for the bombing at the Baptist church. Well, hell, why you marching? Your black ass knew what was gonna happen at that church. All three of you some bitches knew what was gonna happen at that church.
So you telling me everything that the melanated American people that are standing on is narratives given to them by leaders that were paid to make shit like that happen?
Yes.
Fuck.
What better way?
Do you not get what that does for our entire history? That we
look, she just said it. She just said it. Mass distraction. What
Agreed.
better way to keep the people divided? Mass distraction.
Mass distraction.
Mass chaos.
Agree.
Because King will tell
This
you. King will
motherfucker
tell
said,
you.
"What would you? How would you
King will
do
tell
Donald
you.
Trump if he fucked around and got a boosie fade?"
Don't even read that. That's why I
Nigga,
didn't
that's
comment on
funny.
it. That's why I didn't
That's
comment
fucking
on
funny
it. Don't
though,
even read
because
it.
you know my image literally tried to see Donald Trump with a boosie fade.
Let him keep on. Let him keep on.
Motherfucking goofies, I like it too though.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
That's hope.
You come
Milk
over here. You come over here on my.
real.
You come over here on
MLK
my
and Hitler
platform.
for real.
You come over here on my platform with that bullshit. I'm gonna give you a 2-piece
Keep
combo.
the people confused and divided. Agree.
Yeah.
Atari. Yep. Agree. Agree.
Because
100%.
if you think about it, how could all of that go down? How could all of that take place back then, and he not know about it? He's supposed to be a community activist. He knew about it. He knew about it. So their way of telling him, hey, look, player, you either get on board, or we gonna sit you down, and we gonna lay you down. He didn't want to fall in line. So him not wanting to fall in line with what they were telling him he was going to do, they put him down.
So they had him strong arm from the beginning.
Put him down.
So if we're going through history, living with false histories, and we don't stand up and change this shit, starting now, are we contributors to the same bullshit that the government is actually putting us through?
Yes, but now think about it. After King was put down, JFK took his whole platform, and his whole platform was deemed to help this.
The melanated.
When he started saying what he was going to do for this,
yep.
What happened to him? His wig got split off, got popped off.
So can there be a person that actually stands up and do something without their wig being split?
You gonna have to have
with the world we live in now.
You're gonna have to have a whole lot of people in your pocket.
What about having the American people in your pocket?
They're gonna want something in return.
I mean, it's in executive orders, give them everything that they need. Peace, protection.
You know what? That don't mean shit because he black.
He thought he was safe.
I
would agree.
If it was coming from the other side, people would be standing in line to get what this man was offering for free.
Wait a damn minute. Flag on the plate. You telling me the only way the American people are going to accept a handout if it comes from the terrorists that have been giving them the poison in the first place?
Okay.
They accept the handout from the people that have been killing them and their people, poisoning them and their people.
It's the same thing. If your car break down, if you take your car around the corner, and take it back there to Uncle Earl and have Uncle Earl work on your car, when Uncle Earl call you and tell you your car is ready, you're gonna have every excuse in the book why you don't have all of Uncle Earl's money. But if you take it to the other side of town and take it to Old Man Bob, when Old Man Bob call you and tell you your car done, you gonna be there. You gonna be there counting all his money out on the counter.
Motherfucker, stop. So you telling me you want a handout from your people, but if you go to the opposite race,
you feel like you are entitled to getting a discount from this. But when you go to them, you don't get a fucking discount. They want all their money up front. You pay them all their money, or you don't get your car.
Is that generational programming?
That's just being dumb. That's stupid. That's
because
stupid.
The only way you feel entitled, somebody has to show you that.
That's stupid assness at its finest. Why do you think this will never have a fucking neighborhood to their goddamn self? Because everybody feel like they're entitled to something. They want to be better than the next person.
Too much separation.
But you can never come together and unify to get shit accomplished. Because the minute you do,
but every other race can. The Jews can.
There you
the Mexicans
go.
And the Cubans can.
There you go. Everybody but this.
Everybody else but the melanated.
Everybody but this. Yep.
That's sad, bro. That's sad,
very
bro.
sad. Very sad. Very sad. But everybody else can come together. Everybody else can come together for a common goal and accomplish what they want. If it's every other ethnic group, if it's 5 or 6 abandoned houses in the neighborhood, I guarantee you won't be abandoned by the time they get done with it. They're gonna fix them up and put a family in that house.
Unification at its finest. Right.
But let it be this. Oh no. Oh, he think he better.
Property value deduction like a mug. Right.
Yeah. Oh, he think he better than everybody else because he got this, he got that. But the ones
that in the bucket type mentality, but the
ones that think they have it, it's me this, me that, I this, I that. Why can't it be everybody? Why can't it be everybody this, everybody that? Why I gotta be I this, I that, me this, me that?
Everybody growing. Everybody
growing. Everybody giving. But when you do that, you make it seem like I'm up here, you're down here.
Down here. Facts.
Stop with the I this, the I that, me this, me that, me this, me that. Do it. We this, we that. Because as long as you continue to separate, when you say I this, I that, me this, me that, you're saying, hey, I'm in the A and B class. You're down here in the C class and below. You're trying to get to my level.
I would agree, Ms. Williams. Brainwashed.
Exactly.
Agree.
Brainwashed at its finest. Don't even read it. Don't even read it. Don't even read it.
But look at what I told you when we started this thing. We're going to deal with all different types of people. But it's going to take real motherfuckers to understand when you put yourself around people with different mindsets, you're going to be the stronger mind and be who you need to be to give them what they need. So again, they are still entitled, but
exactly.
We're working to not only help them fix their mindset of feeling that they are entitled, but to hear why they think that way.
Right. But I mean, it's just, if we could have just a switch somewhere where you could just cut the switch off and just do a complete reset. Then turn the switch back on. It maybe after you do a complete reset, then maybe the disconnect in America would stop, and people would come together on the common goal and achieve something together instead of it
Some
being
people would say
divided.
they're too far gone. Some people
Too
would say
far,
they're too far gone.
too far gone, too far
I would
gone.
disagree. I'm an optimist. I would always say we can do it, but I don't never want to be an Obama and feed you false hope, because when it comes down to it, like the ladies were saying, it's accountability. It's standing up and putting yourself first. Stop putting the celebrities above you. Stop putting the politicians, the procedures, and the politicians and the government above you. And make sure that you think of you first. And hopefully,
Right.
when you think of you first, and you're struggling with something, you find someone to talk to. You
Very
don't
much
just
so.
act
Very much
out.
so.
Huh?
You don't act out on
Emotion.
or bitch assness.
That too. It takes a real strong mind to think before they act. But
Right.
most of us, and seeing the kids, it's about temporary satisfaction. Temporary, I want to be seen. I call it the PAMS syndrome. Please acknowledge me syndrome.
Right.
Look at me, look at me, look at me. I got this, I got that. But what the G's told you back in the day? A real G move in silence. But the American people are struggling with being one of the best countries in the world. One of the countries that most people want to come to. But they're saying the United States of America, when actually we're divided states of America and the divided people of America.
Was United over here?
The thugs in the water that's killing us.
Right.
The government's agenda to annihilate us.
There you go.
That's all they
Population
unite.
control. Population control.
At its finest.
Yep. Population control.
I would agree with you. You're right. I'm with you when you're right now.
All time high. Population control.
So
What way to get America to do what you want them to do? Like Ms. Williams said, brainwash them. Tell them what they want you to say, so they can get what they want. I'm gonna tell you
Tell
this.
them what they want to hear, so in the end you get what you want.
Exactly.
Agree. 100%.
Exactly.
Look at it as this though, Chad. There's only one agenda, and that's to win. And the losers of that puzzle are the American people, until they wake up and realize enough is enough.
The losers, like you said, the losers in that whole equation is the American people.
Yeah.
Because without that, you wanna be able to put yourself in a position to win. But one way to keep you divided is to always make you feel like you're less than. You're nobody. Because the American people, we're less than because we don't have a voice. As long as they don't have to hear the American people's voice, we are shit to them. But the minute they start,
what you like to say, Chad, as long as they're not coming together, not harmonizing, but on the same frequency. Everybody making the same sound.
You're right. Everybody, one band, one sound. As long as they don't hear,
we're all on the same frequency.
Exactly. As long as they don't hear the average American's voice, we don't matter. But the minute that we get up and we actually start letting our voice be heard, it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be
combatants, man.
Right. It's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem, America. The minute the day of redemption, the minute the American people. All right, Michelle. I got your text message too. We'll make that happen. We'll make that happen.
Let's go.
And then the minute
Well,
you start hearing the regular average American's voice
in masses.
The government will actually be like, oh shit. Now the
Great Reset.
Now the Great Reset is happening because everybody in the C class voice is overriding the B and A class voices.
What's
So
really
now
important.
where you had the A and B class, all you heard was their voice. Now you got the C class
Entitlement.
voice is up there now. So now you got average everyday American's voice outweighing the A and B class. No, we can't have that. We can't have that. We can't have that. We got to figure out. We got to figure out a way.
But only on the Best Around podcast.
On the Best Around podcast, American people, Americans, you can come on the Best Around podcast and you can let your voice be heard. If you wanna support the channel, Cash App's right there at the bottom of the screen. If you want to be a guest on the show, there's an email address. It's the bestaroundpodcast@gmail.com. You can send us an email. Tell us when you're available and a good time that you're available. And even if you have a show topic idea, email it to us and we'll look at it. You never know. If we pick your topic, hey, it was your topic. You liable to be a guest host on the show, and you're gonna talk about your topic that you sent us. So, in the words of everybody else, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and as we always say, America, until we see you again, peace, love, and hair grease. And if you want to be on the show, once again, just email the show at the Best Around Podcast. We'll make it happen. And to everybody that came on tonight, left comments, watched. Thank you for watching, and you can always. All right, Ms. Williams, we'll make it. We will make it. We'll make it happen. We'll make it happen. All you gotta do is just email us, and I most definitely will get it and make it happen. And for everybody else, your host, Big Chad, my co-host, Mr. G3, the average everyday Americans out there, hey, let's stand up, let's unify. If you want your voice to be heard, come on over here to the Best Around podcast where your voice do matter. And Mr. Ronnie, we will be safe out here on the road. So all y'all have to do is just tune in with us, follow us. If you want to support the channel, you can leave it at the Cash App at the bottom. But until then, America, good night, peace, love, and hair grease, and be safe out there on the road for everybody that's out there on the road. And hey, one thing I always say, America, if you're in a relationship, never, and I mean never, go to bed mad at your mate, because you never know. You never know when your time gonna be where you'd never wake up again to be able to fix that issue. So until then, America, good night from the Best Around podcast. Everybody be blessed and stay safe.